I've always had a thing for buildings and architecture, but the minute I saw Frank, everything changed. Yeah, me and Frank Lloyd Wright, it's complicated. I first saw his work over 20 years ago. It hit me like a lightning bolt of pure joy. His buildings were so big shouldered and confident, but also very sensual and beautiful. I was in a full out swoon. I want to learn everything about him, so I buy all kinds of DVDs and books. I might even go to school to be an architect. It hit me at the right time. I was kind of looking for inspiration at that point in my life, trying to get unstuck. I thought a hobby would help. Frankie gave me that. And so I make a list of all the Frank Lloyd Wright properties I'm going to visit in a year. And Frank and I, we start our journey together at his home and studio in Chicago. It's a museum now. And the minute I'm inside, I feel all that's so great about Frank, the light, the designs, the angles, the colors. I'm in heaven. I'm so excited. I take the same tour of the house 4 times in the same week. I buy tons of stuff in the gift shop. I even buy an embroidery pattern for a window design. I don't even embroider. It doesn't matter. But of course, over time, yeah, I start to notice some red flags about Frank as I get to know him. His furniture, it's really uncomfortable. His windows, they leak. The rooms in his houses, they're too cold in the winter, they're too hot in the summer, but none of it matters because my swoon persists. I just love Frank, and I do it. I visit 9 different properties in less than a year. Arizona, Minnesota, California, Illinois, and Pennsylvania. One place more extraordinary than the last. But the thing is, after all that travel, I wonder, have I gone too far? Am I running out of road with Frank? I think I want to try again. I want to go back to the home and studio where we started our journey together, take that original tour. This is kind of like a date night when you've been married for a long time, except in my case, it's with a dead architect. I get to the home and studio and I start the tour, and it's really crowded in the house. There's lots of people around me, and I'm jostling for space, and I lose my footing. And I trip and I fall against a wall in the dining room. Now, this is really bad because you're not supposed to touch anything or lean on anything in these houses. But I leaned against the waxy red brick wall in the dining room in the home studio. This is a huge big deal because there's a whole 10 minutes on the tour devoted to this. And I get caught. The tour guide, "Excuse me, ma'am." She calls me out, sets me aside, gives me a stern lecture on historical preservation and how I need to respect Frank Lloyd Wright. Look, I just tripped and fell. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. I love Frank. I love the waxy red brick wall. It doesn't help. She pulls me aside and asks me to wait in the gift shop. I'm set aside like a toddler in timeout. This is really harsh, and it's sobering. The spell of the swoon breaks. Maybe I was right. I'm running out of road. I'm not going to go to architecture school. I need to find something of my own, something I really care about. They let me finish the tour, but it's not the same. The swoon is gone. This whole me and Frank Lloyd Wright thing, it was actually like a crush, like a rush of architectural hormones, like a big hot flash that came and went quickly. But it was a hot flash that inspired me because the thing about Frank, yeah, he just did what he wanted even when people didn't understand it. That's what inspired me. I really wanted a true passion, something that I could care about. I needed that kind of inspiration. I stopped at 9 Frank properties. All the stuff I bought, I lost in a move. All that remains is I'm on a list of Frank Lloyd Wright properties and events. And every once in a while, I get a notice about them, and I think, should we, Frank, you and me again? No. I have my own passions now, things that I really do, that sometimes people don't understand, but they're uniquely mine and inspired. So, no, Frank, it's been fun, but thanks. We're done. Thank you.